Welcome back to my YouTube channel Unfog with Dr. Atahar Parveen. Nice to meet you all after a long time. Actually, we were very busy in KREIS physics paid classes. We were making a class for paid aspirants based on the previous year questions of KREIS physics. So thought of giving a free class also. And this free class could help aspirants get an idea about the KREIS exam difficulty level, especially the physics questions, which can be answered only after thorough preparation because this exam has negative marking. So you need to be very careful while answering the multiple choice questions. So in this class, let us do a exercise. What you have to do is, whether you are a KREIS aspirant, Hstr or Gpstr aspirant, if you are watching this class, pause the video every time after we read the question and then try to answer that particular question by yourself. Then again play the video and match your answer with our answer. We will be discussing 13 questions from KREIS 2014 question paper in this class. Actually, the KREIS 2014 question paper has 30 questions, 30 questions in the question paper. But we have picked 13 questions which were the toughest among those 30 questions. So by the end of this class, let us see how many of your answers are getting correct. After watching the full class, you have to comment us what was your score out of 13 questions. And are you our paid batch aspirant from Hstr, Gpstr, KREIS or TET? Okay, so let's start discussing the toughest physics multiple choice questions from KREIS 2014 question paper. So this is the first tough question from the question paper. The question is, a body of mass m is moving away from the origin with a constant velocity along a line parallel to the x-axis. Its angular momentum with respect to the origin. The options are: option A is 0, option B remains constant, option C goes on increasing, option D goes on decreasing. So now you can pause the video and try to answer this question by yourself. By reading the question, we could make a diagram like this, right? So here the body is moving on a line which is parallel to x-axis. They are asking us what is the story of the angular momentum with respect to the origin here. Actually, angular momentum will be equal to r into our linear momentum, right? And r is the position of that particular body, right? So here, by seeing the formula L is equal to R into P, you can clearly understand that the angular momentum can become 0 only if our R will become 0. Because momentum cannot be 0 because the body is moving. So momentum cannot be 0, right? R can be 0, then only our angular momentum will become 0. But is R 0 here? No, right? We have a certain value which is a constant value here, right? Because the body is moving parallel to x-axis, right? So what will be the angular momentum? See, the body is moving with a constant velocity. Constant velocity means momentum is also constant. Now, R is constant and momentum is constant. So what will be our angular momentum? Obviously, it is going to remain constant. Okay, so this is how logical thinking helps even in physics questions. Next, toughest question. Why I am telling that this question is a tough question? Because in this question, you need to know the dimensional formula for all the 4 physical quantities here. Having said that we have negative marking here, we cannot take risk by knowing just one physical quantity dimensional formula, right? So let us start the story here in order to find out the dimensional formula for each physical quantity. Let us start with the velocity, that is speed. Speed is equal to distance upon time, right? So for distance we have L. and for time we have t. So for speed, what will be the dimensional formula? Lt minus 1. Then after speed, let us see for acceleration, because they are related, right? Acceleration is equal to velocity upon time, right? So velocity upon time, velocity is just now we have found speed and velocity will be having same dimensional formula because they are having differences only in terms of direction, right? So for numerator I have Lt minus 1 and for denominator I have t. So the dimensional formula for acceleration will be Lt minus 2, right? After that, let us see for momentum. Momentum P is equal to mass into velocity, right? So I will have capital M, and for velocity I have Lt minus 1, right? So ml t minus 1. That is what is there in our question, right? So our correct answer will be option B, momentum. Let me give you further little more knowledge by going on. Next, let us see for force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration, right? Capital M, acceleration is Lt minus 2. What about moment of inertia? Option C, moment of inertia I is equal to mr square, where r is the distance here. So you will have capital M and distance means L, right? So you will get ml2, right? Now you know the dimensional formula for all the options. Of course, what we have done here for force and moment of inertia is little bit extra, just to give you more knowledge. Actually, it was enough for us to stop till here, right? Next question. An observer measures speed of light to be c when is stationary with respect to the source. If observer moves with the velocity v towards the source, then the velocity of light observed will be. Options are c, c plus v, c minus v, and square root of 1 minus v square by c square. See, this question actually you can answer only if you are our KREIS paid batch aspirant, because this part does not come from Hstr syllabus also. It is purely from KREIS syllabus only. Actually, the concept which is given in the question is related to special theory of relativity. This special theory of relativity was given by Einstein, and one of the most important postulate here is that the speed of light does not change with frame of reference. If you are our KREIS batch aspirant, or maybe if you are a Hstr batch aspirant also, if you have watched all of our physics classes, then you will be able to answer this question. So the correct answer will be that the speed of light never changes no matter whatever the frame of reference is. So option A will be the correct answer here. Moving to next toughest question. As you can see, this is a assertion and reasoning type question, and it is having long sentences. So it takes time to read and understand, right? And wrong answer will give you negative marks also. So you have to be very careful, right? So that's why I put this in the category of tough questions. The question is assertion statement, density of nuclear mass is small for all nuclei. Reason statement is density has nothing to do with mass and size of the nucleus. Before going to the options here, I would advise you to first understand what is assertion and what is reasoning. Density means here in assertion they are telling that density of nuclear mass is same for all nuclei. Then according to the reason statement, density has nothing to do with mass and size. Size means volume, right? Now see the options. Both assertion and reason are true, and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. What do you think? I will read out all the options, then let us come back. Both assertion and reason are true, and the reason is not correct explanation of the assertion. Option C, assertion is true but the reason is false. Option D, assertion is false but the reason is true. See, actually we know that density is equal to mass by volume, right? So can this reason be correct? Because they are telling that the density has nothing to do with mass and size of the nucleus. This one will be wrong statement, right? The reason will be wrong, right? So in all these four options, where is it written that the reason is false? It is written in option C, right? And the density of nuclear mass is same for all nuclei is a correct statement. We call it as a relative density. Okay, if you are our KREIS batch aspirant and if you have watched our nuclear physics classes, then within no time, even without analyzing so much, you can give the correct answer. Okay. Next, toughest question. Complete the equation for the following fission process. They have given uranium 23592 and there is a neutron getting interacted with uranium, and if you see the daughter nuclei, one is krypton, and the question is you should tell still what is there here in the blank. Okay, I will give you one easy trick. Even if you don't know anything about radioactivity, anything you don't know about nuclear fission, then also you can give the correct answer to this question. Basically, you have to balance this equation. So much only is enough. Okay. Now you see the mass number for uranium, it is 235. Okay. If I add one neutron to it, my mass number will become 236 in the left hand side, right? Then what should be the situation in the right hand side? In right hand side also, I should have mass number 236 only, right? I have krypton which is having mass number 90. If I subtract that 90 from 236, I will get 146. Where is 146 in the four options? It's not there anywhere. It's not there here. It's not there here. It's not there here. But here, I cannot say that it is not there because 143, if I add 3, I will get 146. Right? So, as simple as that, option A will be the correct answer here because there will be xenon 143, 54 plus neutron and 3 neutrons will be there. Now if you see the equation, right hand side also you have 236. Okay, clear, right? This in fact our Hstr batch aspirants also, all the batches aspirants can answer this question because we have discussed radioactivity in detail in Hstr also, right? Okay. Next question. So this is a question related to binding energy of the electron. This actually, even if the Hstr aspirants, if they have watched our classes with full seriousness, they can answer this question. But aspirants who have attended our KREIS classes will answer this question within no time. Okay. So the question is the binding energy of electron in the lowest orbit of hydrogen atom is 13.6 electron volts. The energy is required in electron volt to remove an electron from 3 lowest orbits of hydrogen atoms are. They have given 4 options, 4 numbers are there. So in this type of question, no need of seeing options because you have to calculate by yourself, right? According to the Bohr's postulates, the energy of an electron in the nth orbit of the hydrogen atom will be given by En is equal to minus 13.6 by n square eV, where n is the number of the orbits. Now, this is your energy with which the electron is moving in the orbit. So, what will be the energy required to remove the electron from that orbit? To remove the electron, you have to give the same energy with the opposite sign, right? Then only you can remove the electron from its orbit, right? Now here, put n is equal to 1 and find out En. I mean, you have to find out E1 now, right? Then again put n is equal to 2 and find out E2. Then put n is equal to 3 and find out E3. Okay, if you do those calculations, the answer you will get is option 4. The negative sign will go and you will get these 3 numbers for 3 lowest orbits. Okay, clear, right? Next question. This question is from particle physics and only aspirants who have attended our class from particle physics can answer this question. Okay, so the question is, which of the following reaction can occur? You have to see all the 4 options of these particle physics reactions wherein the fundamental particles are involved, then only you can answer the question by analyzing the each reaction given in the options. So here you should be knowing how to check baryon number, how to check lepton number, and how to check the charge, ultimately leading to make you understand whether that particular equation is conserved with baryon number, lepton number, and charge. Okay, how you find out the conservation? You have to sum up each quantum number on both sides of the equation. Your left hand side number should be equal to your right hand side. Then only you say that the following reaction can occur. Okay. So you have to follow the conservation rules. The particles which are belonging to baryon family will have baryon number +1 or -1. If antibaryons means -1. Other particles will have 0. Like that only the particles which belong to lepton, they will have +1 or -1. Particles which do not belong to lepton family will have lepton number 0. Right. Examples of baryons are protons and neutrons. Examples of leptons are basically electrons. And to find out the charge, you have that much of knowledge now that the proton is positively charged, neutron is neutral, and electron is negatively charged, right? So with this much of knowledge, you have to find out whether the sum of all particle charges is equal on both the sides. So if you do all that, then you understand that option A will be the correct answer here. Okay. In fact, we have discussed this type of so many reactions in our particle physics classes. Now here we cannot explain all that because it took us, I think, around 3 hours of classes to teach all this, right? So I cannot teach that here, but I have given you enough knowledge in order to understand how to find out whether the given reaction is possible or not. Okay. Then we have a few more tough questions like these. If one eigenvalue have many eigenfunctions, then which one of the following is correct? So this is a special situation where one eigenvalue is having many eigenfunctions. See, usually one eigenvalue has only one eigenfunction. Okay. The special scenario is known as degenerate states where one eigenvalue has many eigenfunctions. Okay. Next question is one-dimensional Schrodinger equation for a free particle is given by. So this though is very simple, direct question it is. You should be knowing the Schrodinger equation for this in terms of our Planck's constant. Okay. Schrodinger equation can be written in terms of Planck's constant H, or it can also be written in terms of H cross, right? H cross is equal to H upon 2 pi, right? So the one involving the Planck's constant is a basic equation. Here option C, d square psi by dx square is equal to 8 pi square m into E minus V by H cross square into psi is equal to 0. This is our one-dimensional Schrodinger equation for a free particle, where capital E is kinetic energy and capital V is potential energy. Okay, clear it? Of course, psi is the wave function which we have discussed a lot in our quantum mechanics classes in KREIS physics classes. Okay. Another question. This is a very tough question because this is related to relativity only. The question is, a nuclear particle has a mean life of 1 second as measured by an observer at rest relative to the particle. What will be its mean time to an observer who sees the particle moving with a velocity of 0.5 times speed of light? Here, this question becomes tough because it starts with a nuclear particle. Here only aspirant may think that it is a question from nuclear physics, but it is not a question from nuclear physics. If you go on reading it carefully, you will observe that there is an observer at rest relative to the particle. And they are talking about its mean life to an observer who sees the particle moving with a velocity of half times the speed of light. So this is a question from time dilation. This is one of the important concept in relativity. Like time dilation, we have length contraction, we have energy mass variation. Okay, all those things are there in that chapter. There we have explained also. in our KREIS physics classes. So time dilation formula is that T dash is equal to T upon square root of 1 minus V square by C square, where 1 by square root of 1 minus V square by C square, we call it as a Lorentz factor. Here just you have to substitute things and you will easily find out the answer, which will be your T dash is equal to 1.15 seconds. Clear, right? First you have to calculate the Lorentz factor, then you divide that Lorentz factor with your time, which is 1 second here. Next question. What is the fission rate for uranium-235 required to produce 2 watt? So this involves our fission rate, which is equal to power by energy per fission. We have actually derived this energy per fission in our class, and aspirants who have watched our class will clearly be knowing that this energy per fission can be taken as a constant now, 3.2 into 10 to the minus 11, right? So that value just you have to divide by whatever the power they are giving in the question. If they are giving power as 2 watt, divided by 2. If they give as 100 watt, divided by 100. You will get the answer. Okay. So here option B will be the correct answer. Okay. We have 2 more questions which are very tough. Actually, see, there are many questions from particle physics. Those questions are tough questions because unless and until you know all the concepts related to particle physics, you cannot answer these questions. No one can guess the answers to these questions without having good preparation from particle physics part. Okay. So this question number 47 is, which one of the following statement is not correct? Note this down. They are asking not correct. If you see all the options, all the particles subject to strong interactions are hadrons. It is a true statement. Baryons heavier than neutron are hyperons. Yes, true statement. Strong interaction takes place among baryons, antibaryons and mesons. True statement, because baryons, antibaryons and mesons, we talk about the fundamental particles present inside the nucleus, and nuclear forces are the strongest forces among the 4 fundamental forces. Okay. Then option 4, conservation of parity is valid in weak interactions. This is a wrong statement because conservation of parity is valid only in strong interactions. See this, that's the reason why I told you that this is a tough question. Okay. And question number 48. Which one of the following statements is not correct? Again, they are asking which is not correct. Baryons have half integer spin. It is a correct statement. Mesons have half integer spin. Of course, correct statement. Baryons have a baryon number plus 1 by 2. No, this is a wrong statement. Mesons have baryon number B is equal to 0. It's a correct statement. See, baryon number can be plus 1. Baryon number can be minus 1. Or if the fundamental particle does not belong to baryon family, the baryon number will be 0. Okay. So the correct answer will be option C here. So, okay friends, these were the 13 important questions and the toughest questions which we wanted to share with you all. I hope that you have tried to answer those questions by pausing the video after each question. Now what you have to do is you have to find out your total score. How many correct answers you have given among those 13, you have to multiply with 2. And then how many wrong answers you have given out of that 13, you have to multiply with 0.5, and then you have to subtract these both values. Okay, for example, if you have given 8 correct answers, then multiply 8 with 2, you will get 16. You have given remaining 3 answers wrong, multiply it with 0.5, you will get 1.5. Your total score is 14.5. Okay, out of those 13 questions which carried 2 marks each, one question 2 marks. Correct answer will be 2 marks. Wrong answer means your 0.5 marks will be deducted. So out of 26 marks, how much you got? You can calculate by yourself. Okay. After calculating, you have to comment below this video. We will be eagerly waiting for your answers. Okay. See, you can also do your performance assessment. What you have to do, you have to find out your total score with above formula. In this, if you are getting marks between 21 to 26, then you are excellent. Actually, you are now ready to write KREIS examination. If you are getting marks 16 to 20 range, then you are good. If you prepare little more, you can be in the top merit list. If you are getting marks between 10 to 15 marks, then you are average student. There is lot of scope for you to prepare and get ready, because there is still time, right? Minimum, I think 2 months to minimum will take for KREIS notification, because of the internal reservation thing is going on, right? Okay. And then if you have got marks below 10, then you need to improve. You don't need to be sad, but you need to improve. If you start preparing now, I am sure that you will reach to a very good performance rate, because you have time, right? So if you take the right track and prepare, why not? You can go for excellent also. Okay. If you are interested to join our Gpstr classes, Hstr classes, KREIS classes or TET classes, please feel free to write in the comment section. You can also join our Telegram channel. You will get the link in the description below. You can also join our WhatsApp channel. We also have a Telegram group. You can write to us there directly. You can stay in contact with us. Okay. So please share this video maximum. I will be waiting for your comments, and also you can write down if you want more these type of classes. Please write it in the comment section. But one thing is that I will make next video only if I get minimum 100 likes for this video, because I am working hard so much and no one is watching the classes. No one is even hitting the like button. You all are not sharing among yourselves. So I will also get demotivated, right? So if I get good response from your side, then I will make the next video also. Okay. Thank you. All the best. Bye.